Hey guys, welcome back to the jungle. Sporangutan here. Welcome to my brand new channel about mycology. Here, I will document my entire journey so that we can all learn from not just my mistakes, but also my huge successes as well. Today, we will be going over agar transfers and how they can benefit you when you're doing your mycology work. This is the process of taking the fastest and most neat growth from your mycelium growing on the agar. Now, this isn't the only time you would take a transfer, because if there is contamination, you would also want to transfer it away. We'll be going more into depth on this in just a bit though. Now, to start, take your 70% isopropyl alcohol and spray it all over your clean workstation. I wipe in a downwards motion as this helps get everything actually off of the table. Swirling can leave the particles on the table. After about 2 or 3 rounds of spraying, take tools you plan to use and clean those as well. Once you're done that, it's time to clean out your sab the same way. If you have a laminar flow hood, you would only clean your workstation and then just turn it on. I will be getting a flow hood as soon as possible to guarantee that anything I send out to you guys will be clean to put on agar, as well as anything that I sell to anybody in the future will also be clean. Anyways, make sure to also flame sterilize your blade before and after every single transfer, as you don't want to cross-contaminate your plates with genetics or contamination from other plates. Now that that's out of the way, you should be ready to grab your plates and put them inside of your sab. Like I said last video, SAB stands for Still Air Box, and it creates an area where there is minimal contaminations and spores in the air while you do your sterile work. This greatly increases success. What I am looking for when I grab my transfers from these plates are a few things. Absolute first thing to look for is contamination. That's because opening a plate with, let's say, trichoderma can release spores into the air as you work. Another example is if you have slime mold on your plate. It could be surrounding your mycelium in whole and be very hard to notice sometimes at first. Transferring from any area touching it will for sure carry it over. This could end up a very bad time very fast, as contaminations can really lower your spirit if you're just starting out. Secondly, we are looking for the fastest and most neat growth across your plates. This is key to closer isolate a dikaryotic colony of mycelium. Now, single dikaryotic colonies will have a lot higher chance of giving you nice and fast rhizomorphic growth, along with also no competing genetics growing alongside of it. In theory, this should help you get fuller flushes, faster growing mycelium, and also less mutations as well. Obviously, some things will mutate due to environmental conditions or other things that you can't do anything about, but we want to lower this chance if you don't plan on phenotype hunting. If you notice, when I am doing transfers, I take the plates, which are upside down to start, and stage it before I even start pulling a transfer off of the plate. Next, I take agar from 3 different areas to maximize my chance of success for isolating this plate further down the line. When I am getting close to finding a single colony, or what I believe it is, as close to one that I'll be able to get from doing the triple method, I will switch to running single transfers just to find the best sector of growth in the middle of the plate. This gives your mycelium over 2 times more room to expand size-wise, and you'll be able to watch it sector off a little more. After I'm done grabbing all 3 transfers from my plate, I place both face down again and stack them, signifying which plate is which when I label at the end. Another thing to note is that while I started writing on tape first and putting it on the plate, I have now decided to write directly on the plates as they get thrown away when I'm all done anyways. The downside to writing on the plates is that when and if you spray them with isoalcohol, the writing will most likely come off or bleed around the top of the plate. Don't want to be losing track of your hard work now, do you? You can see me taking about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter transfers off of some of these plates, if not even bigger. I myself have learned that the smaller transfer you take, the bigger and the better your results will be in the end. This is because when you're taking smaller transfers, it is grabbing a smaller pool of competing genetics each time from that plate, along with also hopefully getting away from any bacterial problems as well. While this won't mess up your cake from fruiting, it might affect the time that it takes to colonize, along with also possibly producing less fruit because it's using some of that energy to fight off the bacteria instead of producing. Another thing to note is that after I flame my blade, if I don't wait long enough for it to cool down, I'll have to stick it into a clean area of the plate first. This is because if I try and grab a transfer with a red hot blade, I will just burn straight through the mycelium and agar. Because it takes a decent amount of time to cool off, I have resorted to doing this most of the time honestly, and I myself am very impatient. I still do my best to heat up the blade at the very start while I'm setting up for my next cycle of transfers, just so that it gives me enough time to cool off the blade. Alright, so going through the process one last time. First off, spray your hands down with the rubbing alcohol. Next, we're going to take the plate, check for the growth and where I want to take my transfers from. This plate in particular, I only took 1 transfer from, as I saw some pretty good rhizomorphic growth right in that corner there, so I decided to just take that and see how far it grows out on the plate, just so I can see the sectors. And And with that on there, that completes the transfer. All I do is put it right back on top and stage my next ones to go. And make sure in between transfers you flame sterilize the blade. This will make sure that nothing carries over from your last plate into your new plate and messes with any of your growth or takes over the current strain that you're trying to grow. Now, my phone cut out during its recording after this, so I don't have any footage of this. But after you finish, take each plate off one by one while you label it. After they're all properly labeled with the cultigen name, the transfer number, T0, T1, T2, etc., and date of the transfer, I make sure to put 2 little strips of off-brand micropore tape on the sides of the plate to ensure the lid stays on secure while you move it around. I have a Discord server that is just about finished so that we can all create a great community around all these amazing things, along with doing giveaways, group grows, and trading genetics as well. If you ever need any help, I will be on there daily to try and help everyone out that I can. You'll be also able to get access to that through my Patreon, where I post daily updates for free. The only paid content to view is the fruiting content. I also have a website that I just created, giving you all the opportunity to support the Sporangutan love wearing my merch. Doing so helps me in turning this into my full-scale job. We have some really nice hats, shirts, hoodies, and even face masks so you can show your mushrooms you support me while doing your mycology work. Alright guys, that's enough from me. Make sure to drop a comment so that we can start doing a comment of the day at the beginning of my videos. Let me know what you would like to see, what problems you're having, or just let me know how your day was. Have a great day everyone, and be safe out there. Peace.